Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to making this review. I'm in the definite minority. Hello there, mysterious person behind the screen, and welcome to my review of Listen. Now, I'm sorry if the lighting seems a little bit low, but last review, it was kind of like there was a big beam coming down from there because I used that light. But now I'm kind of using a light there that's sort of blinding me, so the lighting is as best picture quality as you're going to get with this. And also, yeah, that was true at the beginning. I really am not looking forward to making this review. As far as I'm concerned, there are four categories that come to mind when I think of people in this episode. 1, people who absolutely despised it. 2, like me, who didn't think it was the best episode in the world, but it wasn't terrible either, like me. 1, just thought it was just good, and then just thought it was like the best episode in the world. Yeah, this episode was really disappointing. The Next Time trailer was seriously misleading, because it felt like it was going to be a haunted house thriller, scary, proper edge of your seat stuff. There was one moment where I got chills and goosebumps and my heart was going, and that was when the thing with the sheets like appeared. That creeped me out. That really did creep me out. That when that scene ended, I was like, oh my god. And then the first 20 minutes or so were brilliant, and then it just went terrible. Well, not terrible, but it was really disappointing. The date scenes were just inserted randomly at certain points to make us connect with Clara. And that wouldn't be needed if Moffat had tried to do something about her character in Series 7, but unfortunately he didn't. The pre-title sequence was similar to a National Geographic-style nature documentary, culminating in the Doctor finding that something is written "Listen" on the blackboard. After the opening titles, we get the first of many, many date scenes. And they're just really pointlessly inserted in. I think the first one, okay, it might have worked well the first time, but then it's just repeated. And Clara is just portrayed as an idiot because she makes exactly the same mistakes on the second date that she does on the first date. Bringing up that Danny Pink was a soldier. She did that on the first date. If I was her, I'd go, right, I'm going to fix my mistakes, I won't mention the soldier thing. And she does a second time round. You'd think she'd be clever enough to actually figure out that was her mistake before, but no. Also, Danny Pink in this episode, / Awesome Pink, / Rupert Pink. Danny Pink seems to be quite hard to like at the moment, because he's just angry and tetchy for no reason. I get it, he was a soldier and he killed someone, and that was bad, but okay, let it go, man. Let it go. Awesome Pink was an improvement because he was a future version and he was a lot nicer character to like overall. Rupert Pink, the younger self, the kid was an okay child actor. I've seen better, but sorry, he wasn't bad. I've definitely seen worse as well. So he wasn't bad. Remy Gooding, I think his name was. Definitely Remy, I'm not sure about his last name. When the Doctor takes Clara into her timeline, then that's the best scene of the episode. When they arrive at the orphanage with, when they meet Rupert Pink, that's the best scene. With the thing that was under the covers, yeah, that was the best scene. After that, it falls apart for me. The episode just date scenes, more and more date scenes. On the ship, that was a good scene, but it had so much more potential. What I think this episode does well is that it leaves it up to interpretation. Like, leaves it up for you to decide what was under the sheets. It leaves it up for you to decide what was knocking on that door. It kind of leaves it up to interpretation, which I like, but he could have done it in so much better. I think Stephen Moffat has forgotten what made his story so good. It just was really disappointing overall. I don't really know what to say. It's a really, really hard episode to review. The future, the end of everything looks suspiciously like a quarry. Let's talk about Clara's character in this episode for a minute. I'll get onto the ending afterwards. But someone needs to tell Stephen Moffat that there are other characters, you know. She seems to be the most important person in the whole entire universe at the moment. And she's not even that good of a companion. There have been so many better ones. Sarah Jane, Ace, Leela, Nyssa, Tegan, Adric, even Adric. Okay? Just... her character in this episode was a mess. Just again, it's gone back to Series 7 Clara. Deep breath and Into the Dalek. Clara was amazing in those 2 episodes. Robot of Sherwood, it wasn't that great. I didn't really mention that in my review, but she was okay. But in this, it just hit the peak. I mean, Moffat is clearly in love with her the same way that Russell T Davies was in love with Rose, and it's really coming off now. The ending, anyway. Oh God, the ending. I have mixed feelings about it. Of course, if you don't know, spoiler warning, Clara accidentally guides the TARDIS back to the barn that we saw in Day of the Doctor and meets the first Doctor as a child. Now, I like that we get to see more of the Doctor's past, and we find out how in the Day of the Doctor, why the War Doctor went to that barn. But what I don't like, again, Clara, why did it have to be Clara? And it's revealed the whole episode with the person under your bed is just Clara the whole time. It wasn't what I wanted from the episode. It was really not what I wanted. The ending, it ends on a shot of Dan, the soldier man, the toy, and then it kind of lacked no real closure. It needed that final scene between the Doctor and Clara. I think one of the last things the Doctor says was the Fourth Doctor's first line. Sontarans perverting the course of human history. He just disappeared. It would have been cool if we heard the Doctor as a child speak and he sounded like William Hartnell. That I would have loved, but we just saw his face that was covered up like that. Imagine, you can see my face in the shadows now. Yeah, it was like that. But his hair was sort of styled in the way William Hartnell's was. If you look slightly, his hair was sort of like that. Sort of down and open there a bit. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, Listen was... I know this isn't as long as my previous reviews, but Listen was just disappointing. Listen was really not what it promised. It promised that Stephen Moffat would return to his old writing style, write a scary, proper creepy story, and there was one creepy scene, and that was it. So I'm giving Listen a 6 out of 10, I think. Let's talk about next week's Next Time trailer. Next week's episode is called Time Heist, where
they have to rob the Bank of Carabraxos.
Yes, I know, they have to rob the Bank of Carabraxos. I've watched the trailer.
They have to rob the Bank of Carabraxos.
Shut up. Anyway, yeah, as you may have guessed, the Doctor and Clara have to rob the Bank of Carabraxos. Miss Dalfox comes into it next week, as we've seen in the trailer. There were some cool little Easter eggs as well. Like, when I don't really know what was happening, it was very quickly edited, tightly edited. This guy was looking on a computer screen, and I saw a pteroleptal, a sensorite, Androvax from Sarah Jane Adventures, the Trickster from the Sarah Jane Adventures, and I didn't know who the two other people were. But yeah, why the hell was I Am the Doctor in the trailer? I Am the Doctor is Matt Smith's theme. Matt Smith's 11th Doctor's theme. It may have not occurred to you, Murray Gold, but Matt Smith regenerated over 8 months ago. Get some new music. If that's used in the episode, I will seriously be annoyed. Okay, if it's just used in the next time trailer, I won't be too bothered by it. But what... I thought we were free from I Am the Doctor. It's a good track, but it's overused. Series 7 used it to heck and it became boring. And as soon as I heard the I thought, oh God, why is I Am the Doctor in here? And Murray Gold seems to be really lacking in his music at the moment. I think his best was probably, even though it's like my worst series, probably Series 6. Actually, because you had so many good themes. But this series has been really, really forgettable. Apart from the obvious new theme, which I hope is released in the Series 8 album. If it's not, I'm going to be really annoyed, because they didn't release the Series 7 Part 2 music, which I really liked. I didn't like the titles, but I really liked the music. And they never released it. If they don't release this new version of the theme, so help me, I'm just going to be so annoyed. Yeah, okay, listen, 6 out of 10. I'm excited for next week, but yeah, I Am the Doctor in the next time trailer. Bad choice.